Hello YouTube, this is EGT Ginger. I'm bringing you the finalized version of my Chaos Dragon deck. It so far has been doing amazing on Dueling Network, and it has been defeated a couple times, but it's made up for that tenfold, mostly because it got some dead draws. But I'm not complaining. This deck is now complete. I had to take out a lot of cards I really like. Like, I don't have Jinzo anymore in here and stuff like that. But I do have a now tournament deck. I'm going to locals in a couple days, and I can bring you guys how good it does or whatever. But let's get started. First off, we have 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. Sorry, it's early. Pretty much basic staples in a Chaos Dragon deck, and they're insanely broken. Next we have 2 Light Pulsars and 2 Dark Flares. Only running 2 in the main deck right now because I don't want to overload the deck, and I really need a BLS. That's something I do need, but I don't have one yet. It's expensive, yada yada yada, don't need it. Alright, and 2 Eclipse Wyverns. I think one Deadman Dragon Apocryph. I use them usually with the Eclipse Wyvern. Kind of like the dark version of it, and instead of sending it to banish it, you can bring it back to your hand. Pretty much instant Red Eyes Darkness Metal if you do it right. Next we have 1 Dark Arm Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer, and Gores. Chaos Sorcerer is starting to become really broken for this deck, mostly because I just added Safe Zone, and Safe Zone and Chaos Sorcerer, they can keep dealing damage, but you're just going to banish that high monster anyways. I just actually played a 6 Samurai deck where I banished that Shien. They summoned Great Shogun Sheen and Shien in the same turn, and I was just like, screw you, so I summoned Chaos Sorcerer and banished Shien, and then summoned banished Dark Eclipse Wyvern for my Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and I had that and killed the other one, and then he used Dark Hole the next turn. I flipped over Safe Zone on Chaos Sorcerer, and I ended up winning that game because he couldn't figure out what to do. He ended up summoning Brionac, but he didn't realize he was out of a hand because he'd worn down his entire hand to do it. So I ended up winning. Next we have 2 Lilas and 2 Raikus. I do have the Summoner, the Paladin, the Dragon, and the Monk, but I'm only gonna run these for right now, mostly because I don't want to have too much Light Sworn, because I don't want to end up milling my deck out, which it's gotten close to before. Next we have a GX Ally Birdman and an Effect Veiler as the main 2 tuners, but I do have another one in here. And Effect Veiler's just staple in any deck now. 2 Mystic Tomatoes, a Sangan, and a Summoner Monk as the main draw engines of the deck to get the darks in there and dark arm, stuff like that, and that they're really good if you use them in combination with each other. Next we have the Mist Valley Soldier, which is the other tuner. I usually use it with Summoner Monk, and Neospatian Grand Mole. Pretty much speaks for itself. Very good against Dino Rabbit and stuff, if used right. Next we have the Safe Zone I was talking about, and Return from the Different Dimension are the only 2 traps in here. This should God, I feel sorry for people. If this was not limited to 1, this deck would be so broken. But I mean, if you save this card until a really good moment, you can summon, like, in combination with, like, Future Fusion stuff with the Eclipse Wyverns and stuff, you can get 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metals and 2 Light Pulsars on the field in, like, 1 turn. It's ridiculous. I've gotten so many OTKs with that card. And pay half your life points, well, I don't really care about that, because usually when I use it, it's pretty much game. Next we have 2 pod dualities. Most people wouldn't run pod dualities, let alone 2 in this deck because you do a lot of special summoning. I can use this for Summoner Monk and as a sort of a just anti card, but it's also good if you for draw power. I have a lot of draw power in this deck because honestly you need it to keep getting more dragons. I mean, that's the whole point. Next we have 1 Allure Darkness. Speaks for itself. Half the deck's dark. 1 card destruction. 1 hand destruction. 1 Charge the Light Brigade. 1 Foolish Burial. 1 DDR. 1 Monster Reborn. 1 Dark Hole. 1 Heavy Storm. 1 MST. I really want to run more of these, but I just ran out of room because I'm at 41 cards. But multiples of MST are a really good idea. Like 2 or 3 is usually what you should do. I'm only running 1 because I have 2 Lilas, so they kind of count as MSTs. And 1 book, and then 1 Future Fusion. Chaos Dragons really aren't complete without the Future Fusion combo with 5-headed dragon. You don't even really need 5-headed dragon, honestly. Just saying, that 5,000 beat stick doesn't really help you too much. It's more just to send cards to the graveyard. It's an excuse. Next for the extra deck, we have that 5-headed dragon I was talking about. 1 Locomotion Arginex, which is really a good card. Most people don't have it. But with the Genex Ally, Birdman, and Chaos Sorcerer can get this very easily. Or you can steal their card and get it, or whatever you want to do, like steal their Caius. But it's really good. You can take control, especially if you're doing a mirror match. You can take control of the Red Eyes Darkness Metal, because that's his effect, highest level. Or even if you're playing gods. I just realized if you're playing god, like a certain god card, I think Ra, you can do it with, maybe. That'd be amazing. You can take control of their Ra. Blackwing Dragon, Red Nova Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend, Stardust Dragon. Very good if you. I can get this on the first turn a lot with Summoner Monk and the Mist Valley combo. So very useful. Dark End Dragon. Pretty much speaks for itself. Scrap Archfiend. A lot of people don't like this card, but Ancient Fairy Dragon. You can use this to get like Summoner Monk, Effect Veiler straight from your hand when you do it right. And so what you can't attack, you can get like Stardust, whatever, if you can get the. And you can use it as banishing for Red Eyes Darkness Metal. You can bring it back with Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And very good against Necro Valley and Dark World, because that stupid field spell. It's just to instantly get away. It's a 3,000 defense, so it's pretty hard to get around. Next we have Gaia the Force of Earth, and Scarred Warrior. Mostly because I can't afford that many of the best, the top tier, or whatever, the very staple ones like Bronic and Catastor and Black Rose. But, I mean, that's pretty good deck right there. I like it. I don't really use Synchros too much. Number 39 Utopia. 117 Leviathan Dragon. 1 number 20 Giga Brilliant. And lastly, Getching Dentetsu. I do have a side deck. It's not really. I don't really use it. I don't even have a side deck loaded on Dueling Network because I don't really need it ever. But just in case, I do have it. I don't have cases on it yet. 1 extra Light Pulsar. 1 extra Dark Flare. 1 extra Eclipse Wyvern. Very good if your opponent's using a whole buttload of XC monsters. Galaxy has Photon Dragon. 1 Dark Simorg. 1 Prime Material Dragon if you're going against a burn deck. 1 Vice Dragon just as an extra synchro option, or using for to get rid of it for Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And another Summoner Monk. DD Warrior Lady. I do have the other one, the Assailant, the 1700, but that's an Earth, and you really need Dark and Light, so I did Warrior Lady. Kaiku Ghost Destroyer, in case you're going against a mirror match. Bazoo, He gets fed a lot by this deck, so it's pretty nice. Enemy controller, Call the Hunted, and a Return from the Dark Dimension. Well, I thank you guys for listening to this nice deck build. It's gone very well. Oh, I have one more for that. That was 14. I have Dark Mist in here. Don't really know why. I guess just because of that extra option. If they're playing a whole bunch of frogs, I can take control of them. But, yeah. Thank y'all for listening. This deck goes very well, and I'm hoping I do good at locals. There's some pretty good people there. But on Dueling Network, it's gone pretty freaking awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. It does destroy people. But, yeah. Tell me how you like it. Comment, rate, subscribe to my channel. Yada, yada, yada. Pretty much all YouTube stuff. But, yeah. Oh, by the way, my dogs just want to say hi. There's Magnum. There's Roxy. And there's Daisy. So, yeah, 3 dogs. Usually they're not in the room when I film. But they all wanted to sit here for now because they're all tired. It's early morning. But, yeah. I'll see y'all later.